I never plan a cheat meal. I don't think anyone should plan a cheat meal in their first month or two while dieting or fasting. Sure, you can eat whatever you want, you below your calories, and you should reward yourself if you've been doing really well in your diet, but I don't think you should reward yourself with anything on that first month or two, because you probably still will have the cheat meal, and I'll explain why. But it's fine to have those things, but I don't think you should have it. And the reason why I don't think you should have it is because something's going to come up that's going to make you have that meal anyway. So you're better off not planning a cheat meal and have a just in case moment. Say for example you've had your cheat meal that month and something comes up. You're going to be way over your calories that week, and now you're going to be beating yourself up when you look at the scale. And what happens when people see the scale jump up, they think they've messed up the whole diet, they don't want to do it anymore, what's the point? And they fall off the wagon and just don't get back on it. And if you're fasting or doing OMAD like me, it's very discouraging when you look at the scale and that happens. So I never plan a cheat meal. It will happen that month, I know it will. There are 3 things that come up that make me always break a meal, and that is friends, family, partner. Any of those things come up, normally I have to break my fast to have a bad meal through that day. And luckily it's on the weekend where I change my fast around. You will eventually break it that month for reasons that you have no control over, and I recommend just plan it around that as a just in case moment. Don't just plan a cheat meal, I'm gonna have as much calories as I want at the end of the month. And you can still have that stuff. It's not the end of the world if you do go over your calories. That's not the problem. It's going back on the diet, as I said earlier. A lot of people get so frustrated when they gain weight from one day of just eating bad that they don't want to get back on the diet and be disappointed again. I think it's not really worth it in the first 2 months because you don't know how your body reacts to diet, and your weight fluctuates so much. That first 2 months gives you a good idea on how much your weight fluctuates. And I think you should just try to be as strict as you can the first 2 months, and those meals will come up, and don't kick yourself so hard when those meals do come up that you have to go eat. And trying to keep within the calories during the week is the best bet you have. Like, I know calories are the end game and you shouldn't always have to track calories, but once you get a better understanding of how many calories you are eating throughout the day and how much you can eat. But yeah, in that first month, second month, you're most likely going to have a cheat meal that you cannot plan for. It will come up, and if you got friends like mine or family of mine, they don't understand when you're dieting on what's happening. Like, why are you doing this? Just eat. Just eat it. Just one piece of cake. It won't be a problem. And yeah, peer pressure is a very powerful thing, and sometimes it's impossible to say no to it. So if you're gonna have that bad meal, plan that as your cheat meal, as a just in case moment, because it will come up. I know it's better not to put yourself in that situation, but sometimes you cannot help it. And when you've done that, you'll feel much better about having that one cheat meal that was not planned, and you'd enjoy it more. So okay, I want to enjoy this meal and then get back on my diet tomorrow. That's what I always say to myself when I go over. And as long as you get back on that diet and stick to it throughout the week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you will see results. And I'm in the same boat as you. My name is Leoric, and I am fasting for my wedding in 10 months. And I would like you to subscribe, not to be a number, but to be an accountable body for me, and I'll be an accountable body for you. My name is Leoric, and I will see you guys on the next one. Later.